much. How you doing?
Good.
Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Fun brown dances.
So what are some of the biggest changes that they've had you make during spring ball?
So I'm a defensive end primarily, and so got to put my hand in the ground now. Just getting used to coming out of a stance and working that close with the no lineman. So that's been the biggest change. It's coming along.
What's that transition been like? Did you ever put your hand down in the ground in high school or anything?
My freshman year, when I came home from my mission, I came home heavier than I am now, so they tried me out at D-line. We had a lot of depth back then, so I went back to linebacker. So I've had a little bit of experience, but not a ton. So it's, like I said, it's an adjustment, but it's coming along. The more I play it, the more I like it.
And they're trying to get you to bulk up some defending that position too, because you mentioned you were heavier before. So.
Yeah, so I've bulked up a little bit since this last season to now, and I want another maybe 10, 15 pounds based on whatever I can still play fast at.
What's the Sae Tautu diet with that, with trying to gain weight? Any secrets or anything to pass along?
We have our nutritionist here, Dan Wilcox, and he does a really good job of telling us what to eat and when to eat. He prints us off these sheets. And then I just have a wife that's a fantastic cook. You don't find those very often these days, but she's a fantastic cook. And she likes to eat really healthy too, so just got to make sure I eat a lot and keep her busy in the kitchen. It's awesome.
A lot of eggs, a lot of protein.
Yeah, a lot of chicken, a lot of starches. And it's just, I've learned from Dan, a lot of it's the timing of my meals, not so much what I'm eating. So as long as I'm getting the protein, starches, and grains in, time it right.
Talk about the base defense from the beginning of spring till now. The progression of the defense. Obviously, it's a multi-front, multifaceted defense. How's the progression from the beginning of spring? How's it come along till now?
It's come along smoothly. This defense differs from our own defense. Not to compare, but our old defense was a lot about people managing certain gaps in certain spots on the field so other people can make plays or setting up levels. Whereas this defense, it frees up all of our players a lot just to make plays. So it's not as complex of a scheme, but where we're all allowed to run and make a tackle and kind of be football players, it's really fun. So it's coming along.
More of an opportunity for individuals to make play on an individual basis rather than just setting people up to make plays.
Yeah, and by doing that, you have more shots of making the play because you have 11 guys.
And you personally,
taking a shot.
What do you think? You like that better?
I like it a lot because in our old defense, I played the role of I took on pullers and I took on guys for other guys to make plays, and I love doing it. I love winning games, but it'd be nice to get in on some of those plays, So this defense is nice for me, especially because it allows me to go do some more flashy things myself. So I'm excited about that.
Being at the end, are you still standing up the 2-point? You got to go on the 3, or are you doing both?
I mix it up. There's times where I'm going to drop into coverage, surprise the quarterback, and so you don't want to give it away and only stand up when you're dropping, and only get down when you're rushing. So I try to mix it up 50-50 just so they never know what's coming. But
and you have the flexibility for the coaches to do that?
Yeah. So it adds some dynamic to the look of our front.
As we hit the midway point of spring camp here, is there still that kind of excitement or buzz that was in the air the first couple of days with the new schemes and the new staff and the new coaches, the new positions, I guess? Is there still kind of that same buzz, or have you guys sort of hit grind mode as it is?
I think there's still a buzz because of what's on the line here. We have a huge schedule with brand new coaches in a scheme that none of us have played before. So I think our team kind of gets that we're in a situation where grind mode has to be something that's enjoyable and has to be something that we're all giving 100% all the time. So I'd say this spring we are more motivated than I've seen in the past because there's so much to do in order to be successful for the fall, and I think we're on a good path for that right now.
Maybe it's a question that maybe you can or cannot answer, but because you played linebacker before, but have the defensive line drills, have they changed since the different scheme has been implemented to facilitate your guys' new technique?
Yeah. Like you just said, the technique's new, it's different. And we used to be 2-gappers before. And so that was, in Coach Manala's defense, that was the base of his defense. We all had to be good at two-gapping, whereas that's not so important anymore. So the whole idea now is being more aggressive and attacking single gaps, and so the technique behind that's completely different. So our drill work is maybe the same drill, but there's a different technique or fundamental to learn in the drill.
Yeah. And with an attached tight end, would the 9 technique come into play or whatnot? Or?
Right now, we do it sometimes, but for the most part, we're in 8 techniques or 5 techniques.
Okay.
Just try to free up the linebackers a little bit.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sae, you might have touched on this because I came over late, but how do you feel like you guys are doing on the edge rush? Because that seems to be, with Bronson, of course, moving on. How's that come along?
I think our edge rush with the 4-man front, it's nice because it allows our DNs to widen out a little bit, get a little bit more space. And then, with guys like Sione Taki and myself, Moses and Tomasi, our strength is speed. And put that speed on the edge, I think it's going to be really good for our defense. So it's going well right now, and I'm excited to see how well it continues to go.
I talked to Coach Kafusi, and he said one of the things for you guys, like you and Sione, is you got to bulk up and get used to the 3 technique. How are those things going for you?
I'm getting used to it. Like I said earlier, the more I play this position, the more I like it. When I first played it, I was like, oh my gosh, I spent 4 years learning linebacker to make me put my hand on the ground. But the more I play it, the more I'm starting to get the hang of it. And I think when you're good at something, you like it a lot more. And we all don't like things we're not good at. So I think as I get better, I'm liking it and having more fun. But the whole gaining weight thing, I'm doing my best. I can only eat so much, but I'm trying to keep shoving food down.
Anything else for Sae?
Do you talk to Bronson? Because Steve was saying Bronson was like, man, why wasn't I doing this the whole time? What does he say?
Yeah, he was in town. He looks good, by the way. He's big, but he looks lean and strong. But no, I know he wishes that he was in this scheme, but I think our coaches last year did a good job of freeing him up and putting him in a position where he did rush from the edge. And so obviously this is the kind of scheme he'll probably run in the NFL, but our coaches set it up so that he could come from the edge, and that's why we pushed him back to linebacker for a year, and then we had a lot more of a nickel for last year. So I think we played to his strengths pretty well.
As you've moved those, has he helped you at all with just what you're trying to do? Because it seems like concepts that he gets pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
I've talked to him a couple times about it, and he's given me tips on my stance and how I can fire out better and how I can use my hands when they're on the ground. It's still a concept that I've tried to figure out in my life. But no, he's helped me a lot. And then it's good to have film of guys like Bronson and Ziggy, just to kind of go back and watch their game and how I can improve mine.
Is Coach Kafusi just excited the fact that he had to teach guys how to just a 2-gap now? Like you say, hey guys, go get that quarterback.
Yeah, he likes that a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot more fun to play aggressive and to go make plays than it is to set other guys up. So I know Coach Kafusi as a coach, it's probably a lot more fun to watch his players go and do things like that. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sae.
Yep.
Thanks, Sae.
Thank you guys.